Greetings, travelers. So, this episode of AE Tutorial, we're going to cover some of the more advanced stuff, primarily peer-to-peer networks. Now, the limitation with these cables, even with the dense cables, is that they only have a maximum of 32 channels available. Now, it can be a lot, but let's say you have a long distance to go. These can be kind of pricey, especially over a long distance. So one of the ways around that is you use what's called a peer-to-peer or a P2p tunnel. So we'll go down here real quick, and it is nope, not RF, not redstone, Emmy. We'll just do this one. Alright, now one of the tools you will need with this is going to be the memory card, and that is right, nope, not right there, right here. And the side benefit of doing this is not having to use full-fledged dense cable to carry the channels. So what we're going to do is we're going to use, just to keep the theme, we'll use black fluid cable. That way if we use another cable here, it still won't touch. But what you're going to do is put your Emmy, the P2p tunnel there, use the memory card, shift, right click, that saves the settings. Now you can run your cable anywhere you want to go, and then you're going to put the other tunnel on the other end, and we will put more cable over here. Now you don't shift right click, you just right click, and that matches it. So now this tunnel and this tunnel match up. Now the side benefit of this is that it takes 2 channels for the peer-to-peer tunnel. That's it, front and back. Even if you fill up this cable, it's still 2 channels front and back. So let's show, now you will have to have power. Now the way you would get the power on this, the easiest way, is you need this little bit here. Where is it at? Nope. There it is. Quartz fiber. That will supply power. Now what you do, you put that on there. Now it has power. And you only need it from one direction. Unless you want to power this, and then it's better to be safe. Put that there. Now you have power to and from. I'll go here. We're going to go with an Emmy crafting table. And of course, that means we're going to need the regular cable. So we'll do that. And put that on there. Now you see there's one channel there. And one channel here. That's not that big a deal. Now, cheap-wise, that's a lot cheaper than running dense cable all the way over here. If you're having, because it gets a little expensive in the beginning. But where you start to see the benefit is, let's go here. Let's do pattern terminal and interface terminal. These are the ones that you would use to help see what you have for creating the patterns and where you have those patterns at. Now see, this is 3 channels, and so is this. This is still only 2. And we're going to do a couple of things here because obviously we need storage. So we're going to go ahead and add these in here. This is, you'll see it's all on the same network. Alright, so let's add a few items in here. It doesn't matter what we add, just so long as there's a bunch of items in here. Because we're just doing this to show. Alright, so we are at the network here. You see the same items. So now, if we go over here to this other side, if we've set up the peer-to-peer tunnel right, we'll see the same items. Now, where this really gets to be, let's go ahead and run a line out here. because we want to show the benefits of the multiple channels. So let's go here, grab this, and we'll grab this, and yeah, we'll grab one of those, and so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do a storage bus. So if we go here, and remember this is just for demonstration. So now this line should now bring this to 8 channels. Now remember, this will hold 32. These will only hold 8. But we've got, because this is coming off of here, that's why we're showing 8 and 8. So now what we're going to do is one more. Now we'll come here and see, now there's 9 channels. Now you know that this is not going to hold 9 channels. That's the beauty of the peer-to-peer. So it's only using 2 channels. Now you get back over here and it's back to 9. So really this is just to help with the cost of moving the items. Now one of the other things you can do is you can use this to set up separate networks. So one way you would do that, and we're going to do a storage bus. I believe it's storage bus. We're going to find out in a minute. And then an Emmy interface. And then we're going to use a different color at this point. I'm going to do red. And then we're going to do another Emmy drive. And let's put some storage drives in here. Just one, because we have a point that we're going to make here. Oh, and we need an Emmy interface. Ah, yes, power. Good catch, guys. So we'll go down here. We're going to do power. I don't want to do that. Let's go with cable anchors. So right here. So when we put this cable down, it just sticks over there. Alright, so you see we have power now. Now this is its own complete network. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add an Emmy crafting terminal. So that way we can access what's over here, which will be nothing. But to show off, we're going to do something here. So these are all the items we've grabbed. And that's what's now in this network. There's these items. Now, if this is set up right, if we go over here, you will see they are now showing up in here. So we can access the items in this network from the other network because we're using the interface and the storage bus. The storage bus will read whatever's in this network. Now, you can't take advantage of any crafting you set up in there, but for example, let's say you really want to organize your base. So you have your main network, and then you are working on, say, Britannia, and you want Britannia only items to be in its own network. But you still want to have access to those items from anywhere else. So you would set up the network, you'd have the items for Britannia being dropped in here, and then you would set something like this up so that the items don't, and you put this as in, you would want to do, extract only. So what would happen is you come here, you can take items out, but if you put them back in, they stay in the other network. So that keeps this totally segregated so that only these items would be in here. Now you could go one less. You could go in out on this and set a priority. What you would want to do then is use a item called the, where is it at? There, crafting unit, no. Energy cell, no. Partition, that's what I'm looking for. Nope, 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 and nope. I think it's further down. Where did it go? Sorry folks, I thought I knew exactly where it was. My bad. Just trying to... There it is, Cell Workbench. So, again, if we're going with the concept of Botania, you can take your storage cells, you put them in here, and then you can say, I only want, if you have examples in your inventory already, is the easiest way. So let's say you have all the pedals. You can set the pedals up in here. This will say, okay, I only want those items that you've put in this interface in here, and then this will, the storage cell will then show partitioned, and it will only accept the items that you've said in here. So if you set this up to in out, you can go bi-directional, basic. Oh my god, there. You can take the items out, and if you set the priority, and we can go, the higher priority means it's going to hit first. So if we do, where's that partition storage? Oh, here it is. Sorry. So that would be, if you have that at 100, and let's say you set your main network at 99. Botania items will go here first, no matter where in the network you insert it. You just have to, once it's full, of course, then it'll go to the secondary network. But that's how you can keep the items, one way you can keep the items in there. Alright, so let's see. We've got the P2p tunnels, we've got multiple networks using the colored cable. That should be pretty much. I mean, there are an enormous number of other hits and tricks, but the main question was how to set up networks, and that's primarily what the last two videos would, or I think, accomplish. It shows the basics and then some more of the advanced techniques, as well as setting up secondary networks. I really hope this helps. If there's any information that I didn't cover with setting up the networks that you guys want to see or further answers, just let me know in the comments below. And I'll be more than happy to either address them in the comments, or if need be, I will create another video to kind of clarify. It just depends on the nature of the questions. But thank you guys all for coming by. Really hope this helped. And